In this tutorial, we're going to talk about moving your essay draft from Yola into a Google document and then publishing it on your website. All right. By now, you should have a rough draft that you've typed into the text widget on your ePortfolio. First, before you want to publish it, you want to format it so that you can properly present it in the Modern Language Association format, or MLA. And that's just the format we use to present papers in a language arts classroom. First thing you want to do is highlight the whole thing. And it's kind of hard to see that I've highlighted it. So I'm going to go ahead and change the background really quickly. Change my color back to white so we can see that I've made those changes. You want to highlight the whole thing. There we go. And then I want you to use your hotkeys. Hotkeys are shortcuts that you're going to use by clicking on keys on your keyboard instead of clicking on the buttons of your mouse. So in order to copy this, hold down the Control button and click C. Nothing will happen on screen, but you will see it copied when you go into Google Drive. It's good to have a tab of Google Drive pulled up. Here's mine. It's going to show the last few things I've edited. You want to create a document. So go ahead and click Create. And you're going to choose Document. In some versions of Google Docs, it's going to say Google Doc instead of Document. But as long as you choose the blue one, you should be good. There we go. Now we have an untitled document. Remember, I just hit my hotkey Control-C to copy. Now I'm going to want to paste that essay here by clicking Control and holding down Control and then hitting the V key. Whoop, and there's my essay. How cool is that? The next thing I want to do is I want to title my document so I can come back and find it later. I would use the title of your assignment. So this would be Expository Essay. And I like putting my name on things just so that other people know that I am the one who created this. Click OK. And then you're going to want to select all of your text. So again, come back to those hotkeys. Hold down Control and then hit the key A. Now you've highlighted all of your text, all of the footnotes, all of the headings, all of the footers, everything. You want the letters and the spaces in between those letters, and Control-A will allow you to do that. The next thing you want to do is get rid of the default formatting. So click Clear Formatting right here. It's the little T button with the X beside it. Click that. And then click it 2 or 3 more times, because sometimes you formatted it and unformatted it, but then you've still got these weird little things. Like, see how that text is a little different? I want to get rid of that formatting. It's not working, so we might have to go in and do that one separately. All right, so let's go ahead and highlight everything again. Use Control-A to get that one highlighted. And then you're going to come up and fix the spacing on your essay. Go to line spacing. You don't want single. For MLA format, you want double spacing. And that's probably going to double the size of your essay. The next thing you want to do is you want to come over to the font size. That's how big your words are from top to bottom. You're going to choose 12. It's already in size 11. We're going to make it a little bit bigger for our essay so we can fit those requirements. Then you're going to change the font to Times New Roman. See how it adds those little hats on the eye? Makes your writing look really fancy. This is like your jacket that you put on. Right now, if something doesn't work, like it doesn't change the color or the size, you're always welcome to highlight that individually. And you can see right here, if I highlight English, it's not bolded, it's in size 12, and it's in Times New Roman. But if I highlight McNamer, it is bolded, and it's a different color, it's grayish. So if I highlight that, I would want to unbold it. And then see how the gray is highlighted? I would just click the black color. And sometimes when you reformat your work, you just have to go in and do that individually. Now the next thing that I want to look at is my paragraphs, because when I get rid of the formatting, it's going to mess up my paragraphs. I want to go in and add those paragraphs back in where they should be. So I'm going to come back and say, okay, paragraph 1, paragraph 2. Now, here's paragraph 3. See how I've got big space after doing? I know that a paragraph comes after that. So if you've forgotten where your paragraphs are, that's a good way to see it. This one's a little tougher. Oh, see how there's that extra space after school? It's small, but it's there. There's a big space after and, but then no capitalization there. So I know, oops, Control-C, that's going to take me back. so I know that's not a paragraph. And that's it. The last thing I want to do is just make sure I have a title for my essay. Center that title. And if you haven't already done this, make sure you have your identifying information in the upper left-hand corner. So that's your name, your class, your period, and the date that you're doing this assignment. All right, here's where the really fun stuff happens. I want you to go ahead and click the share button. Right now, only you can see this, but in order to turn it in, you want to change those settings. Here's a link to share it, but if I clicked on this link, it wouldn't allow me to see it because it's set to private. You want to change that, so go ahead and click change, and you're going to go to anyone with the link. I like using this setting because it doesn't make my essay completely public. If someone types in my last name or the title of my essay, it's not going to come up under a search engine. It's only the people who have the link, so the people who are going to your specific ePortfolio. Then I like to save those settings. And now here's my hyperlink. This is the link that you click on. If it becomes unhighlighted, then just double click on it. And we're going to copy this now, so press Control-C. Now we're going to go back to our ePortfolio at Yola. All right, and from here, we don't need this anymore. We formatted it in a better way, so we're just going to highlight that, and you can delete it. That's right, delete your whole essay, just like that. Bing, bang, bong, done. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to put down the title of this essay or the assignment. So our title was Music is Amazing. And then you might put by who it is. Or you could put down expository essay. You might do a colon. Not moving. Sorry. So I'll put. And I like doing this because this way I can see the assignment, I can see the title, and I can see who it's by. You will like this at the end of the year when we have 5 or 6 essays up on here because you'll be able to see the different types of essays that you've written. The next thing you're going to want to do is highlight your work. So with the cursor, hold down and drag it across that text. In order for this next step to work, it has to be highlighted. And then you're going to come up to this long black bar and click this little sideways paperclip where it says add link, because that's what you're going to do. Click the sideways paperclip and then click external link. That external link you're going to use is from GoogleDrive. Hold down Control and click V. You're pasting that sharing link in here. Then click OK. Notice how your text has changed colors, and then when you hover over it, there's a line. That means you have a hyperlink on here. All right, the next thing you're going to want to do is save it. Now for the last step of this, I'm going to show you how to publish your website. So in our next tutorial, we're learning how to publish our website. But today, you've learned how to take your essay from its draft, move it into Google Drive, take your hyperlink from here, and embed it. That's what you did. You embedded it into some text on your ePortfolio. How cool is that? You embedded a hyperlink. Good job, guys. Let's keep going.